Hello and welcome friends to Easy English Explanation by Pooja Joshi. So today we will start the second lesson poem, Geography Lesson of NCERT book Honeydew. See, this lesson is not related to geography, but it's related to your favorite thing, that is the jet, the airplane. Children, do you like it a lot? But before we start, let me tell you one thing which I like to tell you again and again. So don't forget to like my videos and subscribe my channel. So this geography lesson, it is a lesson. This is not a lesson exactly, but a poem which has been written by Zulfikar Ghosh, whose image you can see it right now on your screen. Let me tell you something more about him. He was born in Sialkot, India, but that is a part of Pakistan now. So he is a Pakistani American author, and he has written lots of novels, poetries and critical essays. So this was very particular, very famous poem by him, Geography Lesson. So let's start now. See, can you read the introduction? Can you imagine what a city looks like when you open the window when you see from the window of an airplane with different heights after different feet? See, if you saw it from 10,000 feet above the ground, how will the city look like? If you see it from more or less height, then what would be the difference? Neatly planned and perfect to proportion like a geometric design. It would strike you as something very different from what it actually is while you are in the thick of it. Here's a poet's description of just such a view of the city and some questions that came to his mind. Poet was traveling in an airplane in different heights. He tried to observe the city downside. He described to us that what does the view of city looks like at different heights. He is explaining to us his thoughts. According to his thoughts, let's start it now from the lesser height. Let me read the poem, lines first, and then this 3 stanzas poem I will explain to you line to line. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. This first and last line is repeated just for a musical effect of the poem. See, this is one of the poetic device. This is one of the poetic thing. Then when first and last line are repeated, it is called refrain. Clear? See, when the jet sprang into the sky. Sprang means just came out as a spring. Sprang. It just came out. It is the past tense of the word spring. It came out. It flied like anything. It went speedily. It was clear that why the city had developed the way it had. Means cities are developed according to the needs of the people. As and when people require anything, they develop the city in their own way, which are the ways which are comfortable to them according to their needs and requirements. seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. When the jet plane was moving fastly from the window, the view was as such that every mile it looked just like 6 inches to the author. It seemed very, very tiny when the plane was moving high above in the sky. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard. Haphazard, here haphazard means unplanned, totally in disorder, not proper. It is unplanned. So, haphazard, unplanned. It was not looking at all neat when poet saw from very less distance, the lowest distance, unplanned. And the city was looking without style when the jet sprang into the sky. When the jet reached, the jet had reached height of 10,000 feet. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. See what happened when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Now it is at quite a higher altitude. It was clear to the poet that why the country had cities. Country is divided into cities for smooth running or functioning, where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. It is the logic of geography that why people like to reside near rivers or where there is greenery, because they can grow crops, they can live their life with ease, they can live their life properly, because water is basic need for all. So riverside it is populated more. The land and water have always attracted man, was clearly delineated. Delineated means, see here, delineated. Delineated, note down the meaning of delineated. Delineated means shown. It was clear that why land and water have always attracted man when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Now, it is the logic of geography. It is a simple thing. We have always studied that in SS, that why the river sides are populated, why the valleys are populated. They are having more population. After that, let's come to the last paragraph. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear that the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities, and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. Zulfikar Ghosh. The last paragraph explanation is as follows. When the jet has now reached 6 miles high, it was clear. Poet was able to see now. He is able to make now that the earth looks round. Earth is round in shape. He was able to see from there. And he was able to know one more thing. He found out that it had more sea than land. Because all of you must have seen the globe of the earth. So you can see the blue portion, it is a symbol for water. So whenever we see earth globe, we find out that water portion is more than the green portion, the earth or land portion. So he was also able to find out that earth had more sea than land. So sea portion was more than the land. But it was very difficult for him to understand that why men on the earth, they search the reasons to hate each other. In this small life, the people are finding the reasons to hate each other. They want to build walls across cities just to divide the cities, just to kill each other. That from that height, it was not clear why. The poet was not able to find out that why the people hate each other, why the people are ready to kill each other at minute matters, why the people are so eager to divide and divide. So, poet, once again I'll summarize the poem. That poet was able to see that why the city had developed the way it had. He was able to see that it looked haphazard, unplanned, without style. He was able to find out from more height that valleys and rivers sides are populated. He was able to find out that earth was round and it had more water than land. But he was not able to find out that why people have the reasons to hate each other. So that is all about for today. So children, see you at the earliest. Don't forget once again to like and share my videos and subscribe the channel at the earliest. This was geography lesson. So see you once again in a session afterwards. Bye bye till then. I have here placed the summary of the lesson in English as well as Hindi. Plus you can see the question answers.